So I'm going to take you on a little spin that's going to take you up to Blunsdon and show you around the area that you might be living in. So I just left the house, it's behind me now. We go under the little underpass. This is our route to the pub, where we go for a little walk to the pub. We're taking the bikes more and more often because it just means more beer time, less walking time. And just so you know, when you hear me puffing in a minute, it's because I'm on the non-electric bike. So this is Clary Road, that's directly opposite Bayleaf Avenue, on the other side of that main road where the bus stops are. And this is a new little bit of path. I say new, probably about 10 years. And it used to be a little gravel path, but now they've built it up properly. Go across a little bridge. And if you turn left just now, instead of me going right like I'm doing, within about 5 minutes, maybe less, you're at the pub. Morning. So this is all new, wasn't here when you lived in Swindon. And on the right you can see the flood defence, because it flooded round here a few years ago, really badly. And when it flooded, they spent millions getting the flood defences sorted out, and it's worked really, really well. Oh, and he nearly fell off his bike there. That would have been funny. So if you go straight on here, you end up at Asda. That's about a 10-minute walk from there, a 10-minute stroll. You're at Asda. I've turned left and I'm going to take us across the main big new road, Thamesdown Drive, the one that Asda sits on, where the petrol station is and all that. And we're going to go across a footbridge. And the whole of North Swindon's covered in all these paths, loads of them. They're all cycle paths and footpaths. On the left here, some new houses being built, and on the right, across that green space over there, there's some retirement places, but it's more like what Nana had than what you're looking for. So again, this path, if you stayed on this would take you down to the Manor Farm pub. You just keep going straight, end up at the Manor Farm pub, almost at Asda. There's loads of park space and green areas around here. Somebody's little cat. Quite a really cool area to live, actually. A couple of blokes there were sitting having a little puff on some marijuana. That's a smell you will get used to in Swindon. Doesn't cause a problem really, but you'll get used to it. Right, so in a moment we're going to go uphill over the the footbridge that goes over Thamesdown Drive. Thank you. She better not beat me up that hill. So remember, I'm taking you towards Blunsdon. So that's Thamesdown Drive. That way goes towards Asda. That way takes you back towards the pub. And again, get on this path, keep going, it just takes you towards Asda. Remember, that's Asda by us, not Asda West Swindon. Going to stop talking for a minute. Lucky this bike has got brakes on it. This is a new school, can't remember what it's called, but just ahead there, past that roundabout, you can see there's a little Tesco Express. There's also a crack and chip shop, there's a dentist there, hairdressers. Abbey Park School, that's what it's called. So Asda is now probably about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile over my right shoulder behind. Quite nice cars around here, quite nice little sort of horseshoe development. So as we leave it, we're going to start going uphill. So I'm not going to be talking, but when you see this bit of video, it will be speeded up. Otherwise you'll be here all day. on the left hand side of me is a road, Tadpole Lane. And it takes you right the way up to the Blunsdon Abbey. You just hear the cars going past. Just past this next bar gate thing, it flattens out. Whew. So far I've travelled 1.6 miles. My heart rate's 152. So up in the woods there you can just see the roof of the houses. There's some really nice places there. And they're just off Tadpole Lane. So what I've ridden up there is just a slightly hilly bit. We're just about to got one of the steepest roads in Swindon, which is Lady Lane. Remember I told you Lady Lane's closed to traffic now, but it's a main sort of social riding, bikes, running, walking kind of area. There's a little gravel path that takes you up to the left here, takes you up into those really nice houses. Just a little shortcut if you wanted to do that. And I don't think they can build in that wood on the left, because I think it belongs to Blunsdon Abbey. So you can see this path we're coming along now. We're just about to come to the end of the modern cycle path. We're going to turn left and we're going to go uphill. Very steep. Up Lady Lane. So we're on Lady Lane now. I might speed this bit up as well. Oh, somebody's camping. So directly behind me, straight down behind me, will be the Blunsdon Arm pub, the big traffic lights junction by Asda. I'm going to stop talking. Over on the right hand side, St Andrew's Ridge. Just where this fat family are, it flattens out a bit. On the left there's a fence, behind that there's Blunsdon Abbey. Whew. Heart rate now 157. But remember, you probably walk down this, but you jump in the bus to get back up. Aye. And the bus is every half hour. There might be more than one bus. So there you can see some of the Blunsdon Abbey places. We're right near the top of the hill now. So I think that gate there is an old, it's to a private house. And you probably recognise this from when you came the other week. Big houses over there, 600. So camera cut out by itself there. I guess it's got a time limit. So I'm about 100 yards further on from when I last spoke to you, and I've got Blunsdon on my left hand side now. Blunsdon Abbey, that is. Blunsdon village is over to the left, and I'm indicating left, pulling in Blunsdon Abbey Park. And here we are. Looks very nice. I think you could say there are much worse places to live than around here. Guess they're having some kind of function. There you go. That is the journey from our house by bike to get to where you might be living in the future. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye. What I'm going to do now is take you back down the hill towards Asda. So, which means I've got to go uphill to get out of this bloody place. If you went left again, you would take you right down Tadpole Lane. So, to get your bearings, keep going that way, speedway track, go back that way, back down to Blunsdon Caravan Place, but we're going to go right here, Lady Lane. That was the old, one of the exits and entrances into Swindon. I remember they shut it a few years ago. So it's downhill now, very fast downhill. Also a bit easier to walk down than up. Not everybody makes it come up the hill, you can see. Probably doing about 35 miles an hour. And what we're just coming past is where I joined Lady Lane when I was coming up the hill. Just on the right is the opening, and that's the way I would normally go back home. But we're going down the hill towards the Blunsdon Arms pub is at the bottom. Then we get the big traffic lights, and then across the road we've got Asda. So you can see it's quite well used. Lots of people use it, especially at weekends. Got to be a bit careful here. So that's retirement places over there to the left, the flats. But I think they're a bit like what Nana had in Ledbury. But maybe a bit bigger, a bit more private. Pub is on the left now. That's one of the pubs, that's the Blunsdon Arms. Now you'll recognise this big crossroads where all the traffic converges. Got to keep your wits about you on this one. You never know when the lights are going to change. So, now we're on Thamesdown Drive. Might look familiar. Brand new drive-through Starbucks on the left. Only been open a few weeks. And Asda is over there. See it now. There you go. Here we are, back at the Orbital Shopping Park. Asda, M&S, Next, Lidl, petrol station. Car wash. Thank you, people. Right, now I've got another little errand to run. So normally, to get back home, I would just keep going straight on here, turn right, and then just follow the footpaths and cycle paths. Back home within 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes. But I'm going to go a different way. I've got to go and pick something up. So I'll talk to you later. GoPro, stop recording. So you can probably see this, Haydenwick Bowling Green. Community centre thing, and that's Morrison's over there, Used to be Safeway years ago. Just want to get your bearings. So I just went in to the community centre to pick up a card. I'm doing this thing called Beat the Street, and the council put up little sort of docking stations all over the town to get people out on their bikes and walking about, and you scan it and you get points and stuff, and they do it. I've done it a couple of times now. It's good. Allotments on the left here. This is, you know, you're talking half a mile from where you're going to be, because we're just down near Asda at the moment. I'm going to take you back that way. This used to be an open road. I guess another one they shut years and years ago. Because it just really became a little rat run. When I'm riding, try really hard to stay off roads. Same for walking. Thank you. Because there are so many alternatives. So what I'm going to do now is go under an underpass that takes you under Westfield Way. Westfield Way is what Bayleaf Avenue is off of. That's the main road. So when I left home, I pretty much came under one just like this in front of the house. And when they did the flood defences, that's what the wall on the right is. So, I don't know if you got that, but on the right is the flood defences that they built around our area probably 10 years ago, I guess. And that's what the wall is. There's a little stream in there, but when the rain came a lot, loads of these places got flooded. And all these cool little bridges. That, I think, is an area you were looking at. Capesthorne Drive. It's quite nice. Bit too close for comfort though, to be fair. So off most of these big new housing developments, got little paths that take you into green areas. So this is a regular little jaunt for Jack and I. Turn right, Asda in 5 minutes. Turn left towards home. So they definitely won't be building on the left hand side because they can't. So you're probably aware there's a big Polish heritage in Swindon. And this little road I'm on at the moment is Torin Way. I don't know what Torin Way means, but it's Polish. And we are very, very close to home now. On the right hand side of this hedge is the stream. You see the flood defence is still here. And there's a tarmac version of this path. Runs directly parallel, it's all lit up. It's the one that I was just on a minute ago. Gotta watch out for stinging nettles. So you might remember the little bridge right at the beginning. It's just off there, 10 yards, 50 yards to the right. And now we're in Cleary Road, right opposite Bayleaf Avenue. What about COVID? Just up there, that's Westfield Way. Giveaway sign is to go to that, don't hit this bollard. Back under our underpass, opposite the house. Oh look, there's a new car. Hi Roy, how you doing?
Did it fix or?
No. Oh, hang on. GoPro, stop recording. So, we're back home. In that little journey I've done 5.59 miles, I don't know if you can see my watch. And my heart rate now is 118, that's about 2 or 3 minutes after stopping. Here's the motor. Have a little look round. It's now done 78 miles. Still haven't actually used any petrol. The engine hasn't started, it's all been on electric. Quite like it. So our charger, our charging point, that's the petrol cap. Charging point on it is here, like that. So we're thinking we're going to have a charger about here on the wall, so you can just plug it straight in. Otherwise what we do is we've got a 3-pin plug, just like normal plug, plugs in just the other side of this wall in the garage. And we plug it in there, but that's a hassle. So just another cool £1,000 to get a charger fitted. Brilliant. Right, talk to you later, bye. GoPro, stop recording.